Hello, welcome to Simple IELTS. Today we will talk about IELTS Writing Task 1, especially diagram report. In this lesson, you will learn the structure of a diagram report, how to make a plan before writing, and how to write a diagram report. First, I would like you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, comment, and share the videos. Okay, what is a diagram report? Essentially, we have to explain the process of something from the beginning to the end. Like this, as an example, the diagram explaining the production of honey, where first bees build a hive and then the last step is honey is made and ready to be consumed. Also, there are several things that you have to know. First is the question statement or the introduction that comes with the diagram. For example, the diagram illustrates how bees produce honey. Okay, and then there are several instructions related to this. Is first, you should spend about 20 minutes on this task and then summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So in essence, you have to do two things. First is summarize the diagram and make comparisons. Okay, and lastly, there are there are 150 words that you should write down minimum. Okay, if you write less than that, you will lose marks. If you write 150 or more, you comply with the instruction. So it's a lot safer than just write 150. So I suggest you to write more than 150, okay? So when we talk about the diagram report, essentially we have to explain the process in sentences with connecting words. For example, firstly, or to begin with, secondly, after that, next, before, in the end, and many other examples, okay? Next, we talk about the structure of a diagram report. First is the introduction, where we have to introduce the diagram by rewriting the written information in your own words. Here is the introduction, which is something that we have to rewrite in our own words. Okay, and then the second part is the overview or the summary. In essence, when we talk about overview, there are two things that we have to make sure we write down. First is what is the first step and what is the last step. Okay, special for this diagram, because there are numbers in each picture, we can say also uh, how many steps that are involved. Okay, there are 7 steps. Okay, we can write that down in the overview part. Okay, next we have to explain every step involved. First, we have to explain with passive and or active sentence. There are diagrams that require you to write in passive sentence, but in this case, especially for this diagram, we can write in both passive and active sentence because there are bees or there is a subject involved in this part, not just an object. Okay, that's why we can write in active sentence. Also, we should use connecting words such as firstly, secondly, or first, second, after, before, etc. Okay, that's structure of a diagram report. And then make sure before you write your report, make a plan first. Set aside about 1 or 2 minutes to make sure that you have a you have something that can help you to write smoothly. Okay, this is an example. For the overview part, we can say that we can ask ourselves what is the first step, which is bees establish a hive. Okay, first step. And what is the last step? Honey is ready to be consumed. And how many steps needed? So which is special for this case because in each picture there is a number. Okay, so how many steps needed? There are 7 steps. And then when we talk in details in the planning part, make sure that we write something that can help us write when we write the details. So for example, and it doesn't have to be grammatical correct. As long as you can understand what you write down, no problem. Okay, for picture number 1, we can say that bees establish a hive. That also includes cells. picture number 1 and picture number 4 are related. So the hive that is built by bees, consisting of cells with a hexagon shape, okay? And then in picture number 2, bees fly to flowers, okay? We can exclude 2 because, as I previously mentioned, we don't have to write grammatical languages for the planning part, okay? And then picture number 3, bees gather nectars. 4, bees store nectar cells. 5, bees flap wings. 6, water transforms into gas. And number 7, honey is made, okay, or honey made. So again, explain with passive and or active sentence. Also use connecting words such as first, second, after, before, etc. Okay, now let's talk about how to write the report. First is the introduction. As I said before, introduce the diagram by rewriting the written information in your own words. We can do that. We can rewrite the written information, or we can paraphrase the written information by changing the words with synonyms and or changing the sentence structure. For example, the pictures demonstrate the production of honey by bees. Okay, so the pictures demonstrate has the same meaning with the diagrams. The diagram illustrates. And then the production of honey by bees has the same meaning with how bees produce honey. Okay, that's for introduction. And for summary, we can write that in general or overall, the whole creation process consists of 7 steps, and it starts by bees establish hives or a hive. The last step is where honey is created and consumable. Okay? Okay, this is the details. Explanation of steps. First is bees establish hives, and so on until honey is made. So this is the example. We can write it in the third paragraph. So to begin with, bees construct a hive consisting of copious hexagon-shaped cells as a place to inhabit. After that, these insects leave cells as a place, these insects leave their nest, flying to flowers to gather nectar. The reason behind the collection of nectar is the sweet liquid housed by flowers and is essential in manufacturing honey. So to begin with, that is an example of connecting words. And then bees construct a hive is bees establish a hive, same meaning. Copious has the same meaning with many. And then another thing that you should know is here the explanation, the explanations that come with the diagram. The reason behind the collection of nectar is the sweet liquid housed by flowers. So the meaning of nectar is a sweet liquid produced by flowers. So in essence, flowers produce sweet liquid, or flowers house means uh, consist of, or this is something where you can find sweet liquid. So we can say also that um, sweet liquid housed by flowers. Okay, this flowers is where you can find sweet liquid. You can also say that the sweet liquid produced by flowers, but just to make sure that we don't write produce again and again, I change produce to housed. Okay, and it's essential in manufacturing honey. Yeah, okay, because nectar is the main ingredient to make honey. Okay, still about explanation of steps. In the fourth paragraph, we can say that starting from picture number 4, that is, upon arriving back at their home, the bees store nectar inside the cells to commence the fabrication of honey. First, bees flap their wings on the cells, okay? This is picture number 5. And consequently, the air from the motion, the air from the flapping, induces evaporation, meaning war in the cells transforms into gas. Okay, this is the meaning of evaporation. I change the word changing into transforms. Okay, as a result, in the end, now we talk about the 7th picture. honey is made and ready to be served. To make it more customer friendly and marketable, honey can be sold inside jars. So because there are jars in this picture, I also talk about jars. Okay, so this is the full report of the diagram. More or less, there are 158 words. So this is each paragraph that we already previously talked about. So I think that's it for my presentation. I hope you understand what I just said. And again, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the videos, comment, and share. Thank you for listening and watching. See you in my other videos.